morning show where nights reign and education shines. I'm Mrs. Crawford, your host. Today is Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. My co-hosts today are Peyton, Audrey, and TJ. Hi, TJ. Is it cold over there? Ah. Hi, Audrey. What's going on? Hi, Peyton. Well, let's get this show started with the Pledge of Allegiance. Audrey?
Yes, we'll see. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You all may be seated.
Thank you. All right. Let's get with Mr. Flores and listen to the problem of the week one more time. Mr. Flores?
Good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Flores, and I'm excited to be with you here this morning. Thank you, Ms. Crawford. Thank you to the team just putting this beautiful show together. You guys are doing a great job. I want to thank you for having me again here this morning. Like I said, I have a couple of things to do this last Friday. Now, for this week, you will be excited to know that I actually not only do I have one problem of the week, I actually have two of them, okay? And the reason is because I actually, starting this week, I'm going to give one for primary. That's the students who are in kindergarten through second grade. This is the problem of the week for you. And then the next slide, that would be the intermediate grade level. So that would be third through fifth. And so let's go over this. You only have to do one, the one for your grade level. If you are in kindergarten through second grade, you do this one here. It says primary. If you are in third through fifth, your teachers will highlight the one that's on the next slide. But let's start on this one first. It says, Jared has 5 coins in his pocket. 5. They are worth 18 cents in all. What coins does Jared have? And what are all the different ways that he can make 18 cents? So once you figure out what those 5 coins are and they make 18 cents, figure out all the different ways that he can make 18 cents with 5 coins. Okay? You got this. You can do it. Now, and for my intermediate students, 3 to 5th, here's a good one for you. All right, you may need a little help on this one. Jesse has some chickens and rabbits. There are 30 heads and 76 legs in all. How many chickens and rabbits does Jesse have? 30 heads, 76 legs in all. Just thinking out loud. Chickens have 2 legs each. Rabbits have 4 legs each. So at one point, there will be 76 legs in all, but there must be a total of 30 heads altogether, my chickens and my rabbits. Wow, that's a lot to think about. You have the whole week, okay? And then as soon as you have the answer, you can email me, mflores@pgcps.org. Feel free to send me your answers. I'll tell you whether you're right or wrong, or whether there's something that you're missing. But don't give up. Persevere. You guys can do this. It will take a little bit of thinking. It is a challenge, and that's why it's the problem of the week. All right? Great job, everybody. So, as for now, that's all for me. Back to the studio.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Flores. I think we've got it. All right. What are you reading today? It's Wednesday. You what? You are? Really? Well, guess what? Ms. Price is reading something that I think we'll enjoy. Let's take a listen. Ms. Price?
Well, hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Price here, and I wanted to read you one of my favorite winter stories. So if you just sit back for a moment, I would love to read this to you. And the story is called Angelina Ice Skates. And this is written by Catherine Holabird, and it is illustrated by Helen Craig. Angelina absolutely loved snowy winter days when she could ice skate with her friends on Miller's Pond. The ice sparkled like glass, and they raced across it in pairs, practicing spins and twirls and figure eights. Everyone in the village was getting ready for New Year's Eve, and Angelina was preparing a special ice skating show. Her little cousin Henry wanted to be in the show too, even though he often tumbled off the ice and fell into the snowbanks. "We'll need someone to be the Snow King," said Angelina's friend Flora, pirouetting across the ice as the Snow Princess. "I'll be the king," shouted Henry, but then he tripped and slid into Alice, who was going to be the Snow Fairy. "You'd be a better snow shovel," said Alice crossly as she dusted off her skates. Look at him. I don't think that was awfully nice, though. "Don't worry," Henry said, Angelina. "Hold on to me, and let's practice skating together." They linked their tails and tried to skate in a circle, but it wasn't easy on the slippery ice. Just then, Spike and Sammy, two big boys from school, raced by playing hockey and almost knocked them all over. "Hey!" shouted Felicity, but the boys were already gone, laughing and yelling across the ice. "Never mind," said Angelina, helping Felicity get her balance. "Let me show you how to skate backwards." Awesome. It'd be an awesome show. But before long, Spike and Sammy tore past again, spraying snow in all directions. When they zipped through Angelina's rehearsal a third time, she got angry. "Please stop interrupting us," she scolded. But the boys just laughed, grabbed Angelina's scarf, and tweaked Flora's whiskers. "Little ballerinas can't catch us," they shouted as they zoomed away. Angelina and her friends chased Spike and Sammy all across the ice, and then Angelina made a huge snowball and hurled it at the boys. Uh-oh, what does that mean? I think you guys are making a great inference. Yeah, you did. "Great! A snowball fight!" Spike yelled, throwing one back at Angelina. Then everybody started throwing snowballs everywhere, and soon Miller's Pond was a blizzard of flying snow and shouting skaters. Oh my goodness, look at all of those snowballs and all of that snow going everywhere. You guys made a great inference. They had so much fun, they stayed until Flora got ice down her neck and Alice's toes began to freeze. Then they trudged back to Angelina's house, feeling tired and frozen. "What's wrong?" asked Angelina's mother. "Our New Year's Eve ice dance is a mess," said Angelina sadly. "We haven't got costumes or scenery, and Spike and Sammy keep bothering us." "I can help with the costumes," said Mrs. Mouseling. "And maybe the boys are teasing you because they want you to pay attention to them." Angelina was surprised. "I've got an idea." What do you think she's going to do as they're sitting there getting warm? I think you guys are on to something. The next day, Angelina put on her skates and whizzed past Spike and Sammy, snatched their caps, and raced off laughing with the boys just behind her. They were very fast, but Angelina could do all sorts of tricky twists and spins, and just as Spike and Sammy thought they would grab her, she spun out of reach, and they smashed into each other and collapsed on the ice. Look at that. Look what happened. What do you think she's going to do now? I think you guys are right. Spike gazed at Angelina in admiration. "You ballerinas are fast. Would you like to be in our show?" asked Angelina, tossing back their caps. Spike and Sammy leaped up. "Yes, They shouted, skating in circles around her. It looks like they were really excited to participate. Sammy loved doing funny tricks, and Spike, who could skate backwards, was proud to be the Snow King. Best of all, they helped Henry build a huge snow fort. It will make a nice snow palace for our show, said Henry enthusiastically. What a great idea, admired Angelina. Look at that snow fort that they were building. Pretty cool, huh? That show's probably going to turn out to be pretty nice. I think you're right. On New Year's Eve, the whole village dressed up and came to celebrate. Miller's Pond looked magical as the performers skated on the ice in Mrs. Mouseline's costumes, and Henry's snow fort gleamed in the moonlight. Look at that. That is really, really nice. When Angelina danced into the spotlight that night, she felt like a real snow queen. Spike and Sammy did exciting leaps and jumps together, and Henry was thrilled to be the king's attendant, while Felicity, Flora, and Alice seemed to fly across the ice like delicate snowflakes. Look at that. They did an awesome job. Wow. What a great way to bring in the New Year's. At the end of the performance, as the magic hour of midnight approached and fireworks sparkled in the sky, Angelina and her friends wished everyone joy and peace, and they all sang and danced together to welcome in the new year. Wow. So you know what, boys and girls? I love this story because it reminds me that during the winter, as much fun as we have on the break, it's always refreshing and nice to start a brand new year. So I'm going to ask you, what do you think you're going to do for the new year this year? Things are a little different, but there's always some way that we can celebrate even when we're at home. I can't wait to hear what you've done over your winter break and what you plan to do for New Year's Eve. I hope you have a great day, boys and girls, and enjoyed my story, one of my favorite winter stories. I'll talk to you soon, and I can't wait to see you in the building in the new year.
That was a great story, Miss Price. I can't wait to read that. I'm going to be doing some reading during the Christmas holiday. What about you, boys and girls? Well, now, TJ, tell us what the word of the day is.
The word of the day is analogy. Analogy is a noun. The definition for analogy is a comparison between two things, typically for the purpose of an explanation or a clarification. The sentence for analogy is an analogy between the working of nature of those human societies. That's the word of the day.
Thank you, TJ. Now let's see what's going on at Kingsford. Calendar of events. Well, we still have our Monday, Wednesday lunch pickup. December 24th through January 1st, winter holidays. Schools closed for students and teachers, I hope. Right. Well, boys and girls, according to my notes, that's it for the Kingsford Morning Show. Always remember to keep the night's code. Come on, say it with us. Peyton?
Honesty, friendship, and benevolence. Have a good day, everybody.